Yes, sir.
Jimmy, you ready? Yes, sir. Plane, you ready? Yes, sir. Big Scott, you ready? Yeah, four. Alright, boys. 1, 2, 3. Pull it forward.
There's nothing that we can't do. We'll figure out a way to do it.
That Mammoet philosophy was put to the test when Toshiba asked them to move generators in South Carolina, West Virginia, Illinois, and Texas.
And they said we're having a bit of a problem finding transport companies and configurations, trailer configurations to handle them. So they gave us a drawing of the generators. We drew it up on a configuration we thought would fit and would work. And unbeknownst to us, Toshiba took it to a couple of states, to their DOTs, and presented the drawing as a possibility. The states ended up liking our drawings. They weren't anywhere near finalized or the complete drawing, but they liked them so well that they told Toshiba this would be the best way to move it. We had basically no lead time. A project like this is, you need 12 to 18 months of lead time. We had 12 to 18 days.
Mammoet's 12 to 18 days of planning began just before the new year, 2010. For the crew in Texas, the challenge was to move Toshiba's generator stator over 220 miles from the Houston Ship Channel to the Sandy Creek plant in rural Riesel, Texas, east of Waco, where it would help turn coal into power.
The generator itself was 402 metric tons, which is 886,000 pounds. In the configuration that it is, we were 320 foot long with all the trucks connected, 36 foot wide to cross bridges for the dollies. We were about 1.9 million pounds gross vehicle weight with the equipment and the cargo.
The first challenge was met at the start of the journey, moving the massive piece through the greater Houston area, always at night, and all while never going faster than 10 miles per hour, sometimes as slow as 2.
You have construction. We had a lot of construction we had to deal with going through around the Houston area.
Traffic is horrendous. When you get into bigger cities, that's where it gets extremely bad. I mean, we have traffic backed up for miles.
Things changed once the caravan crawled out of Houston, traffic eased up, and traveling could be done in the light of day. Still, there were plenty of obstacles for the crew to tackle. The moving piece had a 22-foot height to go along with its 36-foot width, and plenty of power lines and signs were going to be in the way.
There's a lot of overhead signs for the height, and there was yield signs, stop signs that have to come down, and Mammoet does that. Mammoet takes those down. We put them back up after we pass through. So there's a lot of coordination with TxDOT and city authorities for us to be able to do that.
Perhaps no challenge loomed larger than the one posed by the bridges. 88 spans would be crossed during the move, and through surveys done before the project began, Mammoet learned 5 of the bridges would require special attention.
The bridge actually could not take the load. The actual bridge width was not wide enough to put all the dollies on it. So we had to actually lay 80-foot ramps over the bridge, and it's like a jumper bridge. It's a bridge over a bridge. So none of the bridge takes any of the load at all.
Constructing the bridge over a bridge, then finally rolling the generator across was painstaking work that took about 8 hours each time. But there could be no shortcuts, because failure wasn't an option.
If we'd have crossed the bridge without matting or without any kind of preparation, we may have fell through. If we hadn't fell through, it might have not fell through then, but later on, if somebody else had crossed the same bridge, might have had more damage than what we would want.
This and every other pitfall on the long journey was successfully avoided, and on a raw February day, a month and a half after they first picked up the generator at the Houston Ship Channel, the Mammoet crew finished the job, delivering the piece safely to the plant and celebrating another successful Mammoet move.
The guys did a wonderful job, and it was done safe, and it was done to to the utmost standard of Mammoet. So, you know, we're pleased.
As far as our job is executing it, getting it to point A to point B, it was another milestone that, you know, one that could say that we did this, you know.
I think what sets us apart is we have pretty much in-depth engineering. I mean, we have an engineering staff that is probably 2 or 3 times the size of our competitors in North America. We're in 30 countries. We have over 80 offices that we can draw on from resources to make things happen. And so just our thinking outside of the box and our engineering capabilities combined with our experiences, I think put us shoulders above our competition.